Hey guys, it's been a while since I last did a video with you guys and talked with you. So how you doing? How's everyone going? As you know from my channel, we went through a little change earlier where we decided to stop working on one of the previous projects and change it to a completely new idea and a completely new concept. And the change, we finally came up with a change that we all universally agree on and we're all very excited for when making it. But one thing we made sure with this specific project compared to our last one is something that we were all proud of and something that we can all stick with no matter what. When coming up with a game is quite a challenge because your objective when making a game is making something fun and making something concise and interesting from the beginning. So no matter what you're doing, you're always going through the challenge of, is this fun? And is this something standable to work on? Which a lot of people who have probably been making games a lot longer than me, even people who are starting off, always comes with that challenge. Because even if you make something that's quite interesting, in your opinion, is this fun? Does it have a standing to even go off in the first place? And that was the problem that we had in the first place when coming up with our game as well. Because we were coming up with all these ideas, but our problem was, is this even fun and interesting in the first place? We went through so many iterations of this game, like a zombie survival, where you had to survive with like a virus or something like that, and that's slowly killing your health or something. Then we went through a space survival where like you're actually in space, surviving in space. Or a game where you're traveling through different planets, where you have to go through teleports to different planets and so on and so forth. But nothing we thought of or even came up with was what we or anyone who plays games called fun. So we kept thinking, and we came up with something that we thought was universally enjoyable. So the game concept that we came up with was a dragon survival game, but not one where you are a dragon or like you're a knight fighting the dragons or whatever that they always do with these sort of dragon survival games, because I have looked this up. One where you are an actual dragon rider, and the whole premise and the story that we came up with was you're a dragon rider who heard about a group of islands with new and undocumented dragons that have appeared in the region. And with this idea, it stuck with us so much that we were like, this is it, this is something that we're proud of. And everything else that we came up with afterwards, like for mechanics and everything like that, it literally just flowed out very easily. And we kept coming up with ideas, and even now we're coming up with some more new ideas, but we know about the base building block for us that we want to keep with. We know that since it's a survival game, we want like be able to actually have inventory, survival aspect with harvesting, crop management, cooking, crafting, all that sort of stuff. And then the new mechanic of actually having a dragon, with the idea that you can ride the dragon, you can tame dragons, you can do all of this. And we're still thinking of ways and systems even now of how we want to do stuff like this for our game. One of the things that we want to mainly focus on this time around compared to our last time was always keeping the idea of constantly asking ourselves as a team, is this a solid base? Are we going too over our heads? Are we just like thinking of things that we couldn't even achieve in the first place? So we're always keep making a constant effort to always look at our ideas and make sure we're not adding in too much into the game, and we are making something that is fun in general. And that is what's most important with anyone in the games industry could tell you, because now I've been doing this for a year, and only now like I've been learning a lot more outside of uni of what actually you can encounter and the things that it's most important, even though it sounds so like so important and so basic knowledge. It's like sometimes you can overlook it because of like the stuff you've learned and stuff that you feel like you know already without even thinking about it. So with that being said, I started making some stuff. I started coding, I started doing things that's interesting. Like I've done a good portion of our own version of a games design document, or GDD, and it's getting there. It's still a lot more to work on, but we know already for the basics of what we want to focus on. So I started making some of the survival aspects, still working on it as we speak. And now we have an actual inventory system, we have a way to actually equip items, all the stuff that's important for a game like ourselves, and I'll be showcasing to you probably in the background right now. One of the things that for this game specifically, especially a survival game, one of the most important things is your inventory, as well as all the important other survival aspects. But the inventory is the important aspect when coming up with a game. So we thought, okay, our game needs an inventory system. That's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. I went through 2 different iterations of this. One of them is good, could have easily been improved further, but I didn't like some of the aspects of it. So I decided to completely start a new inventory system. We'll probably incorporate some of the stuff that's in that old inventory system to this one, but I wanted something interesting, something new, something that, you know, made it stand out. So I made a new one, still very early in the process, still something I'm very proud of though, because with this one it kind of has all the aspects of the old one, but it has able to actually be able to equip your items in hand and unequip them, be able to use your items and so on and so forth. That was the one problem I had with the old inventory system. I couldn't think of a way to make the items appear in your hand and actually use it, and when using it actually applies stuff to the world. So I came up with 2, came out with 1 at the end, and I'm proud of the second one. But I will be incorporating some of this stuff from this old inventory into this new one. I will be showcasing it probably in the background of this video of me speaking, but it's something that you should be noticed. The old and new, sometimes whenever coming up with ideas, it's all right to start afresh because your brain is so stuck on the old one that you need to make a new one. In the next video, I'll be most likely be able to showcase to you more stuff that we've been able to do, and hopefully you guys are really excited for this game premise and idea, and it keeps you interested and wants you to actually play. And depending on how this goes, depending on how everything else, because we feel like it's a very solid base for us and we are very happy with what we're producing. I know that the important stuff for this game is the survival aspect and the whole dragon aspect. Those are the main important things that I know will determine everything in this game. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys are excited with this project like we are. Keep looking up for the next video when it comes out. I want to not do what I did last time with uploading something every week, every 2 weeks. I want to actually take my time and showcase a lot more, especially documenting my process more better than I did with my previous project, because looking back at it, it wasn't as good, but it was a good building block for me. So I hope to see you guys again for the next video. Bye.